That was so much fun. Time now to ask the expert. Here to answer your questions live on the air is Dr. Sonal Haerter from Dignity Health Medical Group. Let's get straight to it. Maria from Avondale says, does alcohol help or hurt sleep?
So this is a tricky one, Maria, but here's the thing. Alcohol actually in low dose can make you sleepy. But what alcohol actually does is it disrupts your sleep stages. So it does not give you restful sleep. And in fact, chronic use of alcohol is not good for overall sleep hygiene in long run. So I would say enjoy the holidays, but keep it at what's enjoyable and don't go over that.
Don't overdo it. All right. Gloria from Peoria. I like to read before bed. Does it matter if I read an old school book versus reading off of a tablet? I like old school too.
Yes, I think the old school book is my favorite because any device emits blue light, and we know that blue light wakes up your brain and it actually signals to be awake, and it's not good if you're trying to sleep. So I would say book with a small book light, with a cool room. I think that's how I would read a book.
Yes, nice and quiet. I always feel like reading makes me sleepy. Yes, Layla from Phoenix, how much sleep do I really need? We had talked about that earlier.
Yes, and it depends. If you're an adult, about 7 to 9 hours, but if you're a teenager, anywhere between 10 to 12 hours, and children, it's a little bit longer.
Yeah, I feel like teenagers are like 12 to like 20 hours.
And 70% high schoolers in this country actually report not sleeping adequately. So that's a statistic that is something we need to pay attention to.
Absolutely. Get off those phones. Okay, Dan from Chandler says, if I can't sleep, should I keep trying or get up and do something else? Dan, I am so with you. This is me. I just toss and turn for literally 2 hours.
Yes, and you know what we call this? Stimulus control therapy. And what that means is, Dan, as hard as it sounds, what we need to actually train people is not to sleep beyond 20 minutes, because all that's going to do is cause anxiety about not sleeping. So the recommendations really are you get up and go to a different room and try to read something that's soothing with a book light until you start to get sleepy. Now, this takes a lot of practice and consistency. These habits do not change in a week or a month. You really have to stick to it. When you get sleepy, you come back to your room where you sleep. And then if that happens again, you have to get up and go to a different room. You keep your bedroom only for sleep and intimacy reasons and no other activities. So that's actually what is recommended.
I'm going to try that, Sonal. I sure hope it works.
I hope it works.
I'll call you if it doesn't.
You have to stick to it, though. You have to be consistent.
Commitment. All right, I'm going to try my best. All right, Jean from Phoenix. My sleep seems to always be worse around the holidays. What should I do to make it better?
Oh my God, Jean, I think this is for all of us. And that's because there's so much overstimulation. Our sleep cycles are off, our eating cycles are off. We are sleeping in, we are sleeping up, late at night. And so what I suggest is keeping some of these things kind of under your control. Sleep routine, maintain that. Sleep at the same time, wake up at the same time. Don't eat close to the bedtime. Take plenty of walks and hikes. Expose yourself to the bright sunshine in the daytime. So at night, you're tired and ready to go to sleep. And avoid excessive alcohol use. And of course, for anxiety and financial stress, find something that's mindful and that's more in the gratitude journal that we have discussed before. Something that calms you down. But holidays in general are a little bit tough for a lot of people.
What about that notion of like warm milk? Or something, you know what I mean, like before bedtime?
Yeah, it's a bedtime ritual. No, warm milk, warm bath, warm showers. All those are telling your brain to wind your body.
Tea,
yes. Although teas and liquids, I say caution on that. Don't drink it close to your bedtime because then you have to get up and go to the bathroom. So maybe around 7 p.m., 2 or 3 hours prior to your bedtime. But anything that signals your brain that it's time to wind down is your bedtime ritual. So those kind of things.
Oh, that's good advice. Thank you so much. Here's to a good night's sleep, everyone.